Okay, well, deck tech for some more adjustments to the uh, the new um, the new Luris-less mono black mid range list. So yeah, needless to say, I certainly have been impressed with Murderous Rider, and of course Liliana the Veil. You know, Lily, of course, always a perennial Magic card. But yeah, so first first I was really searching long and hard for another utility type creature, ideally one that could deal with creatures. Um, because I wanted to up my creature removal count, but I didn't also want to just play more hard creature removal that didn't double as something else. Um, yeah, and I was kind of like looking far and wide, and I'm like, oh, if only there was a card that was like a creature, but it also like removed a card. Like what if there was just like a card that was versatile and like, and then I realized, wait a minute, we cut Gatekeeper and Melikar for Liliana the Veil. Why can't we play both? And, well, there you go. I actually think that playing both is perfectly reasonable. If the curve is really bothering us, we could always curve Gatekeeper on 2 into Liliana. Sure, playing Gatekeeper as a Grizzly Bears ain't the most, amazing thing in the world, but sometimes you just need a 2/2 for 2 mana. But yeah, ultimately I like the way that, we just haven't obscene amount of creature removal here. Look at this. We got Fatal Push, Collective Brutality, Easy Prey. So yeah, so that's 12, 16 with Gatekeeper Malakir, 20 with Liliana Veil, 24 with Murderous Rider. We have 24 removal spells. That's insane, but we can get away with this because the only hard removal spell that's like only a removal spell is Fatal Push. The rest are either also creatures, also planeswalkers, also like have other modes, or a cycle. So yeah, I just really like, because it was just weird. I just was dropping some games against like Domain Zoo and other decks that I'm just like I can accept losing to Tron, but whenever I drop a game to like another mid-range deck or whatever it is, or like an aggro whatever type deck, a big zoo, big Domain Zoo, whatever it is, types of decks. Whenever I drop games to those types of decks, it does cause me to have some soul searching, because like if we're not consistently beating the creature based decks, then I really question kind of like what's the point in a way. Now that's not entirely true, because obviously my opponents could feel the same way, because I doubt many of them have an amazing Tron matchup, so they probably feel bad if they're losing to our deck. But I guess we just want to be the best of the mid-range decks, since I don't think we're consistently beating Tron under any circumstances. We can beat it. We do beat it sometimes, but definitely most of the time we're probably not going to. But yeah, so basically these adjustments just make the deck, I think, way stronger against mid-rangey type decks. So, yeah, like we've got so many 2-for-1s. All of these cards basically we've played before, except a few others. We got Easy Prey, of course, which I already went over. Now, Easy Prey is an interesting card because I feel like this card gets overlooked, and maybe rightfully so for the most part, because look, if you're in the business of just wanting a removal spell to serve as like an all-purpose removal spell, obviously Easy Prey is not the best card, because it's a little bit overcosted for this type of effect. You can only answer creatures that cost the same amount or less than Easy Prey. So you're not necessarily going to trade up in value, which is a lot of time what you're looking to do with removal spells like this. So, on first glance, like when you theory craft with this, you're like, yeah, this ain't that great, and like, why am I even putting this in my deck if I'm cycling it? But here's the thing. This is not for the type of deck where you stick this in as like your 4 to 8 removal spells. This is for the deck where you're already loaded up with removal spells. You want to play more, but you don't want to just like completely not have anything else to do if you're placing a deck that doesn't have a lot of creatures. That's where I think Easy Prey shines. And guess whose deck is loaded with removal spells, but also wants to have game against control? Well, that's right, that's us. So yeah, Easy Prey is probably the definition of a fair card. It's kind of like a worse Fatal Push, and this is the difference between 1 and 2 mana. It's almost the same thing as Fatal Push, just at 2 mana instead of 1. Yeah, Fatal Push can revolt and go to 4, which is a big plus, but most of the time Fatal Push is going to be pushing a 1 to 2 converted mana cost creature. which of course is the difference between a 1 and 2 mana spell. But I just really like the idea of having cycling, and we'll see if it bears the kind of fruit that I'm hoping it will. It is worth noting that this can deal with most of the problematic cards that we face. You know, Tarmogoyf, Kroxa, you know, construct tokens, you know, you name it. So, all right, and so one other, I think, card that we haven't seen a lot, Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So, yeah, so I was playing around with Blast Zone, if I remember correctly, in the last version. And while Blast Zone is cool, no doubt about it, the problem is if I'm playing Gatekeeper and Malakir, I don't think I can support Blast Zone, because we need to have triple black on turn 3 consistently. And that is pretty difficult if you have any colorless sources in your deck. So I think we gotta have 24, you know, black mana sources. But since we're not playing Grief, I think we have a pretty good, yeah, I think we can play Barren Moor, which I really like when Barren Moor can cycle when you're really, you know, mana flooded. It just really makes a huge difference, just not getting stuck with that one more land. But yeah, Hall of the Eye Tyrant, I'm not sure what else to say other than just that. So here's the thing, okay? We're not playing Skyclave, Shade. We're not playing Bloodghast. So we're not like attacking the same angle that we were in the past. Sometimes we stuck those creatures, and we were hoping that like they didn't have a removal that lined up well against them. The problem is that there are some matchups where like they were on the offensive. I guess they were really good on the offense, but not that great on the defense. And I feel like our deck grinds incredibly well in the late game, but I feel like the biggest struggle is kind of surviving to the point where we take over. Like, we're not quite a control deck, but I think we're about as control. We're like definitely way harder on the control side of a mid-range deck. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like any more controlling and we're straight up control. So yeah, because like we're most vulnerable when we're setting up, because we are a little clunky. I mean, we have Murderous Rider, Liliana Veil, and Gatekeeper Malakir as pseudo 3-drops. You know, Tarak is a 4-drop. I mean, you know, needless to say, we have a pretty mana intensive requirements. We can be a little clunky, so yeah, I think we're definitely looking to survive in the early game. So that's why I'm thinking maybe we just take out all of those Bloodghast and Skyclave Apparitions and all that, so that way we can play max defense if we need to. But that's where Hall of the Eye Tyrant comes in, because I just want more creatures, because we do eventually need to win the game. And, you know, look, obviously this is no Den of the Bugbear, but Menace is not something to be underestimated. When we were playing Grief, actually Menace was one of the main things that we liked Grief for, and this comes attached to Hive. Sometimes the Graveyard ability might be useful. I mean, there's so much Graveyard stuff going on in Modern, but ultimately, just like all the D&D lands, they're just basically free. They come into play untapped, you know, when it matters the most. So, I mean, I really like it. I think this card is the real deal as far as black man lands. I think it's by far the best mono black man land, which maybe is not saying much, because the other one was like a 1/1 skeleton or something, which was really bad. But I think this is yeah, this easily takes the #1 spot for best black man land printed to date. But yeah, let's I guess see how it goes. Yeah, let's see how it goes. And I think the curve is pretty decent. But yeah, not much more to say until we get to it. You know, smash the like button, and hope you all enjoy. Hope you all like it. Hope you all like the content. So let's yeah, and thanks of course for watching. Let's see. All right, match 1, post league or post match commentary. Yeah, so we get to see how a pretty average looking hand does, and we will keep, because obviously, you know, early interaction plus you know, bigger card advantage generating cards for later on. It looks like we're playing against Dredge. Well, and here's where we get to see perhaps the power of Easy Prey, because yeah, because check this out. We cycle it. Ooh, see that power? And we draw into Nihil Spellbomb right on time, right on cue. Yeah, and because of Nihil Spellbomb, we can we don't have to necessarily hold up a mana. We could do that, but yeah, we're gonna basically get Golgari Thug because that's the least offensive card from, like, you know, that they can't like return from their graveyard. Oh, but yeah, wait, is it? We apparently are on turn 3, so yeah, and suffice it to say, this obviously is a huge game changer. You know, Fatal Pushes can easily be pitched because we can either just run out the Gatekeepers as 2/2 attackers, or use their other ability. Now they seem to keep dredging somehow, even though they don't have a second land. I don't think they can do that much without a second land. So I think they're kind of making a mistake by continuously just dredging. But I guess they're trying to slow dredge me, now that I think about it. But if they dredge too far though, and they don't hit their Narcomoebas, then they actually just did a big dredge spread over a lot of turns. And it seems to be kind of what's happening, because they are not successfully hitting. Yeah, well, we just unload the Collective Brutality on their face because, you know, yeah, we don't want to necessarily yeah. All right, and here we have to hit their graveyard now. Otherwise, a whole bunch of things come back. But now we can play Turok and you know, and hasten the clock. And that's when they decide to scoop it up. So yeah, make no mistake, main deck Nihil Spellbomb won this match, but Easy Prey helped us find it on cue, because who knows if we didn't, you know, they were kind of stuck on one mana, so maybe it wouldn't have made a difference. But definitely Easy Prey helped us find it right on cue. So yeah, I mean, I'm already liking the ability to cycle Easy Prey. Might be kind of an underrated card. I mean, yeah, it's like kind of a kind of a 1 mana more expensive Fatal Push, but, like, you know, there are not many cards that actually do what Fatal Push does. I mean, there's Bloodchief's Thirst, but I like the way that Easy Prey has cycling, because so many of our we play so many removal spells that it's just kind of it can just be very bad against combo or control type matchups. Particularly control. I mean, combo kind of is what it is, but yeah, against control we definitely have a lot more game, since we don't have to get stuck with a bunch of useless removal spells in our hand. Anyway, let's see how. Let's go on to the second game in match 1, and let's yeah. All right. All right. So yeah, had to pick up in the middle of yeah, we basically won game 1 with Nihil Spellbomb. And definitely Easy Prey was kind of pivotal, because we were able to cycle into Nihil Spellbomb. That was nice. In any case, let's get on to the actual matches. Let's honestly, Necropede seems like it could be good. I mean, it is pseudo graveyard hate. Easy Prey. Easy Prey seems good. Fatal Push seems a little, yeah, seems a little meh. Murderous Rider, Liliana of the Veil. Liliana of the Veil also seems a little meh. Yeah, Liliana of the Veil seems very meh. Probably be better off as Ratchet Bomb. Ratchet Bomb can potentially sweep a lot of sweeper. Can sweepy. Let's put it that way. All right, yeah, and Turok's a clock. Plus, discarding at random is way better than letting them choose. But yeah, I'm liking the idea of Easy Prey. I mean, it's a fairly good removal spell. It can hit most of the stuff we want to hit. At least in the early stages of the game. And then we can also cycle it, you know, in matchups where they either don't play smaller creatures or yeah. So let's see. Okay. Well, this hand has no mana. This hand has no graveyard hate. This hand has graveyard hate. Yeah, Necromentia seems fun, but let's just actually win. Okay. Okay, alright. Nihil Spellbomb. This way it prevents them from going berserk with Cathartic Reunion. Yeah, we can deal with one Bloodghast. Alright, well, I'm almost tempted to just Nihil Spellbomb at end of turn, but we'll see. I'm almost tempted, but I won't. Mm-hmm. That conflagrate me for like 8 damage. You know, I could have responded to the conflagrate. Well, I guess they're giving me the freebie. as though I did respond. Easy prey. Yeah, we'll take the first one, and then probably we have to combine Turok and Nihil Spellbomb on the second one. Yeah, I want a Inquisition, but I think better to just maybe not. Maybe we will block. You know, we probably should have easy prayed on the second turn, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, we'll easy pray that. Well, let's play this, and then let's start forcing some discards. Alrighty. Prize to Malcolm. I think not. I'll wait till end of turn. No. But I didn't have any black lands. Alrighty. Necromentia. And then I can play Gatekeeper, and then we're going to have a 2-turn clock. Let's see. Alright. Alrighty, game 1 against Dredge. Or match 1 against Dredge. Yeah, I mean, you know, Nihil Spellbomb is literally, I think, the best hate against Dredge. Alright. Alright, match 2. Let's see if we can get some easy prey. Alright, well, we'll keep. We got some easy prey, but I don't know that it's going to be that good here. I don't have a turn 1 play anyway, so might as well just play that out. It's pretty free. Alright. Alright, well, we can easy prey that. Oops, maybe we can't. I thought this was the other card for some reason. I thought that was Hall of the Eye Tyrant. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Liliana, a pretty powerful card when they don't really have an ability to interact with it. Main deck, Nihil Spellbomb also definitely taking it down against this matchup possibly. But man, if they Tasha me, it could be in a world of hurt. Okay, so I guess that's why they're going Esper color these days. Why didn't they just fracture sanity me for 14? Pausing on beginning of upkeep for some reason. Pausing on beginning of combat for some reason. There's a big pause. Alright, let's play Turok just as a beater. Alrighty. Why on earth did they let me just take Tasha? Why did they Tasha me? The world may never know. Remove my graveyard. Man. Should have led on this in case they had okay. In case they had drawn the lock. Well, now we're facing lethal. Nice. Alrighty. Maybe we're mainboarded here. Do we need Necromentia? Maybe against Tasha. Could just rely on Turok. Yeah, and we can cycle easy prey. You know what? I'm liking this. I don't think there's like... Yeah. Yeah, I have to mulligan. Just okay. So one way or the other, we've got a curve here. Turn 1 Inquisition into turn 2 Easy Prayer Cycle. Turn 3 Liliana. I like that actually about Easy Prey. It's a turn 2 in a can. Either destroy a creature or cycle. Not bad if you ask me. They molded 5. That's unfortunate for them. Engineer explosives. I'm not so concerned about engineer explosives. But I am concerned about Archive Trap. We'll hold on to Turok. Who would have thought Easy Prey would be so convenient? Alright, well, we are going to try to go for this. I suspect this is going to get countered of some type. Yep. Cannot say that I'm surprised. Okay. I definitely want to cycle this. Come on. Little odd. I'm not drawing land. Did I cycle Barren Moor? No, they must have milled it. I don't have as many fetch lands, thankfully. Let's get that Archive Trap out of there. Kaya's Guile. I can deal with Kaya's Guile. Can't deal with Archive Trap. That's a little too powerful. Hopefully they don't have another Archive Trap. Easy prey. Only problem with easy prey though is it doesn't hit Luris, but I got so many other creatures that hopefully can. Two. I don't know if I want to draw too much though. Okie dokie. It's a little odd that they conceded in this spot right now. Alright, match 3. Match 3 with mega removal. Mono black, aka Mr. Kill. Alright. We'll keep. It's beginning to look a lot like hammer time. Well, this will hopefully give us a clear idea of what's going on. Yeah, Stoneforge. It's beginning to look a lot like hammer time. Alrighty. We'll try to gonna try to compete with the tokens. Springleaf Drum. Ginger Brute. Put a swift end to this. Swamp? Swamp or Castle? Yeah, that's a good one. Alright, well, I'll once again try to get the construct. Yeah, we're gonna put a swift end to this. And at least we can make them discard both of those cards next turn. Oh, maybe just one of them. Yeah, let's see. Well, that's a good hit. Gingerbread. Okay, I gotta block this. Yeah, easy prey. It's gotta be that's gotta be the best option we have right now. Well, the problem is like we're not super equipped to deal with Rocket Bomb in game 1, but in game 2, check it out. Chicken 11 cards. We need Inquisition. I don't know if we really need Collective Brutality. Seems a little suspect. Okay. Alrighty. This hand sucks. This hand also sucks, but it sucks slightly less. Mhm. Alrighty. Alright, so I think what I may have to do is easy prey the Esper Sentinel, and then untap, kill this thing. I hate this drawing a card, but alright, armed with the power of confusion, they are able to take it down. Yeah? Hello? Oh, is everybody there? Huh. Dang. Well, I can't help but feel I misplayed this. Alright, match 5. I might have to do a bonus match 4. Because obviously we timed out in match 4. I hate when that happens. We barely missed getting back in our game. Alrighty. Yeah, let's play. Alrighty, let's see. So we definitely want to do easy prey. Hive with the Eye Tyrant. Don't mind if I do. Alrighty. Liliana, go bye-bye. Liliana, go bye-bye. I hope they don't discard the Spellbomb, but like it's just so much more mana efficient to hold up Murderous Rider. This discourages them from playing something, or just put Lurrus to hand, which is fine by me. And now we can just maybe get Lurrus out of there. Ooh, Kolaghan's Command. Maybe Kolaghan's Command is the better one. Yeah, it's gotta be. Then we gotta play this out because there's Kroxa. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I'm just gonna Swift End. Swift End. Try to take a quick drink. I mean, that's what they're doing sometimes, taking a quick drink. Alright. Alright, so they can crocs me. But if they do, I can retaliate with the Hive of the whatever layer. Yeah, actually I'm a little bit concerned about them connecting with Bugbear, but, you know, we should have ways to mitigate. I guess they sandbag that. Very nice. Okay, so they probably have some type of removal spell. Yeah. Now I can just hit this. Alright, moment of truth. They'll probably just hit this. Oh, or not. Den of the Bugbear. I can... I don't think I mind this card, discarding this card that much. Alrighty. Yeah, who would have thought this card would have so much utility? Alrighty. Well, let's get our Turok game going. I don't know what's going on in their hand. They keep drawing this junk. So, you know, I just gotta focus on playing a little bit tighter, you know, like, that's really what it is here. I'm pretty sure I could easily beat them with just a little more concentration. Like against Hammer Time, for example, at the end, I should have just collected brutality, the Luris, paid the cost instead of going after the Esper Sentinel, and then just held up Swift End, and I think I would have been able to put them in a situation where they couldn't have really won. But anyway. I mean, I'm basically main bordered here. Just not drawing, like, the good parts of my deck. They just basically started going nuts with Luris longer than they should have. I should have, but the problem is the Kolaghan's command. Man, this is like some frickin' weird hands. Collective Brutality is worth its weight in gold if we can get like a Kolaghan's command or something. Probably should have cycled it. No, I'll cycle it this time, because cycling into Turok is pretty powerful. Alright, it's Turok time. Turok 2, Seeds of Evil. Oh, they're feeling Turok too. Well, they can bring back Kroxa, then we play Gatekeeper. Maybe all as well in the world. That is pretty sweet. Man, they can, well, but they can't kick the Turok, I think. Alright, Kroxa time, we'll discard Collective Brutality. Wait a minute. This is a problem. Well, we still have to hit this. If we draw like Fatal Push, then problem solved. I think they got a little arrogant, not blocking. I'll definitely try to block with the Gatekeeper. This massive size Turok. Nice. And a part of me really wants Ratchet Bomb. But that also gets kind of hit by Kolaghan's Command, although Kolaghan's Command can kind of do good things for lots of... Yeah, the reality is, yeah, also Easy Prey freaking hits Croxa too, now that I think about it. Easy Prey, not a bad card. Alright, well, we'll keep. Alright, Inquisition. Dragon Race Channeler, Ragavan, Thoughtseize. Maybe I don't want them to Thoughtseize me. I got plenty of creature removal. Yeah, I don't want them to Thoughtseize me. Yeah, but their hand is a little wonky though. Like what is this? Are they gonna hit their second land drop? This is some speculation on their part. This is what I like to call speculation. Alrighty. Well, you know, I guess there you go. Alright, well, kind of anticlimactic way to finish the league. I'm gonna see if I can add a bonus match in here. Alright, so I guess bonus match 5. So yeah. Yeah, so let's see here. Yeah, we'll keep. I guess people would rather just play in the tournament practice room than alright, because there's nobody in the 2-mans right now. Yeah, I mean, you know, but it looks like they're playing Rakdos mid-range. Is this? Yeah, probably mid-range. play a little faster though, because they definitely they definitely will not tolerate shenanigans as much. Oh, I wish I had like easy prey or something for this. Yeah, hand is a little bit fantastic USA. Come on. Alright. Well. I mean, they're just gonna bolt this and finish this off, but at least it's still a 2-for-1. 2-for-1s are the name of the game. Yep, bolt in response. Or not. Maybe they're saving this to bolt the Turok. Okay. Tamagotchi. Goofy. Okay. Hello. No, my Turok. What did it do to you? Or not? Okay, a little surprised I didn't do that earlier. Well, I guess time for whatever's in your hand to go bye-bye. Those are pretty good cards. Put Luris to hand. Alright, so we're going to Fatal Push, and I think we are going to draw a card and end a turn just to be mana efficient. We'll lose a little bit of life, but I think it's worth it. Not bad. Yeah, not bad. Alrighty, and that's a wrap. Okay. Just like in the last. I'm calling it match 4, but it was actually match 5 because we had that unfortunate timeout in match 4 of the actual league. But yeah, I mean, I think for the same reasoning as before, I think we're basically main boarded. Because I mean, like, the thing about Ratchet Bomb is that, like, they just usually don't. Yeah, usually we're not in a good situation if we're crossing our fingers and hoping that we untap and like kill a bunch of DRCs or something. This is real borderline, but I'll keep. Always good to lead off on the D&D lands, if you have them. Oh, and that's got to be Ren and 6. Hmm. Okay, let's see. Blood Crypt, Overgrown Tomb, Bloodstained Mire. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they played their other Bloodstained Mire. I do approve of these land art. Okay. They seem to have just drawn that. Go on, no Inquisition. Ah! So they can just Lightning Bolt and then Ragged Dash through. But maybe if they do. Maybe at least. Because they can only hit so many Inquisitions, right? Can't cycle it, thankfully. think I'll discard the Polluted Delta, just because every point of damage might really matter here, the way this is shaping up. Alright, they ditched the Overgrown Tomb. Are they gonna hit me or are they gonna hit Lily? Okay, come on, not anything good. It's not anything good. Yeah. I need to draw land. It's better than nothing, at least. I could uptick, but what does that do? Oh, come on. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. So we lose 3 life, but I think it's worth it. I have to down tick. So they can Croxa again, but I can down tick with the Lily. It's always nice. And going into bolt range is a little you know, worrisome, but I think I'll be fine. Not quite in bolt range just yet. That's a good hit if I've ever seen one. I think we have to play out Barren Moor. As much as I'd love to cycle it, just we need to attack that Kroxa out of that graveyard. Hopefully within one turn we can do that. With an active Lily, they can't put Luris to hand, or they could, but it'll. Okay. Nice. Alright, let's get Kroxa out of that graveyard. Alrighty. So if they bring back Ragavan, then we downtick, attack with both. They have to block the Turok. I like it. Yeah, clearly Turok is like the secret to this deck's success. It's just so obscenely powerful when you get to 4 mana. Alrighty. Okay, so I guess this is our makeshift match 5 sort of bonus match. Alright, I mean that was a fairly interesting one. Okay, I can roll with this. Alright, post-league wrap-up. Okay, post-league wrap-up. Well, what is the takeaway? So, okay, I guess, we can't maybe, extrapolate too much because this was technically a 3-2, but one of those losses, which was off camera, was because I needed to step away for a second and do something, what I thought was going to be a second, and I literally came back like literally the minute, within the same minute that it timed out, because I was looking at the timer and I'm like, what? I still have time. It's like, but it says I lost, and it's like, oh, I just lost. Yeah, so like basically, yeah. Anyway, it happens. So, but we did round it out to a 4-1 if you count the bonus league, which we actually played instead of just waited around in the do you want to play first screen, which I'm not sure if we were in the player in the draw, but you get my point. I think we were, because I don't even remember seeing my hand. Yeah, I think we just were stuck in the do you want to play or draw screen. So anyway, yeah, what is there to say? Obviously, we have good game against decks like Dredge, Mill. Yeah, Dredge and Mill, which can be soft to main deck Nihil Spellbomb. Rakdos midrange felt pretty good, both of those matches. I think we can grind with the best of them, needless to say. Mono white, hammer time. Yeah. I think we can win this 2-0, but, I mean, because think about it, we've got so many hard removal spells. You just have to be very careful with those Esper Sentinels. Those Esper Sentinels are very skill-intensive cards. I like it design-wise, but it's annoying to play against. But, I mean, it does, needless to say, make for interesting games and make for a lot of different choices, which I think is the hallmark of good game design. So, got to give Wizards credit for that. I mean, got to give them credit for one thing once in a while, right? No, of course. But yeah, what are my thoughts on Easy Prey? I loved it so far. I mean, it could be a small sample size, but it curved in to where we needed it to curve in as a removal spell, and it curved in to where we needed it to curve in as a cycling card. So I mean, hey, can't complain. Easy Prey did exactly what we were hoping it would do. Kill creatures against creature matchups and cycle against decks that did not rely as heavily on creatures. What is our thoughts on Gatekeeper? Well, honestly, we didn't get to see it as much as you might have thought we would. The times we did see it, I thought it was pretty good. But yeah, I think Gatekeeper is a good card, and I'm happy to have it. No, well, Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Now this actually was quite surprising. I did do some test games before this one, and I was already starting to see, hey, maybe there is something there, because I think one game I won by repeatedly attacking with Menace, but yeah, as we could see, Menace came up in this league. The graveyard removal was super relevant against Rakdos, Midrange, and even against Hammer Time. We were able to take away their pro-red creature, so they couldn't bring it back with Lurrus. Yeah, and of course, against Dredge is probably a little too slow, but I mean, yeah, surprisingly, there's almost always some random good card in the graveyard that we benefit from exiling. And Menace is no joke, and it only costs 4 mana to activate, so this might actually be the second best D&D land after Den of the Bugbear. Actually, the green land the green land just doesn't fit in our Infect deck, but this very well might be the third best D&D man land. The best is definitely Den of the Bugbear. The second best is probably the green one, because just you can customize it to however much mana you have. On the other hand, I mean, but it's also very vanilla, because, like, for example, we could attack with a 3/3 by activating it for 4. 1 and X is 3. Whereas with Hive of the Eye Tyrant, we get Menace and we get the Graveyard ability, but we can't activate this for a total of 4 mana. 1 green, 2 X, and then attack with the land. So 3 total to activate, 1 to attack, so 4 total. We can't, like, activate this for 4 total, we have to have 5 total. Or even lower. I could be wrong, but I would imagine the green land is probably the second best because of its flexibility. But this might actually easily be the third best one, and it might be fairly close to the green one, just because it's not Den of the Bugbear, but it's the same cost, and it does have very real benefits, and it is just as free as the other ones. So yeah, I think this has been great. If you all liked what you just saw, please subscribe. I am hoping to have more energy in the next ones. Just, I've been kind of like obsessing a little bit over what exactly, like, how exactly to go about, the greater possibilities now that Lurrus is no longer in the main. I mean, is no longer like the main configuration. At least for me, I could go back, but I am liking this so far. Anyhow, we will see. This has been a blast, for me at least. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I do. Take care. Peace.